With the end of World War I, the now more centralist-shaped Germany inherits a very difficult political and economical legacy. Based on the War Guild article of the Versailles Treaty, the extremely weakened nation has to pay reparations to the victorious Allied powers for the damages those had suffered. On a conference in London in 1921, the Allied forces determined the total payments to be a devastating 132 billion Goldmark, payable in annual rates of 3.5 billion. Nearly a third of Germany's stone coal production and about 3/4 of its ore production now goes abroad for redemption, especially to France. Germany loses about 1/8 of its population by way of cession of territory. In the heartland, significant sums of money have to be raised for the repatriation and dismissal of the army, for the war victims, refugees, housing space and food. Nonetheless, the new government of the Reich is confident to master the tremendous economical difficulties, more so because the German economy at large is sound and the morale of the people unbroken. Still, the public spending unstoppably rises 10 times the public revenues. While 1 gold mark was the equivalent to 1,000 paper mark in December 1914, it was already 1.7 million to 1922 and 1 billion in November 1923. On the inflation's peak, 1 bread roll costs 10 billion mark. In the end of 1922, Wilhelm Kuno becomes Chancellor of the Republic. He knows that Germany will not be able to meet its obligations regardless of how desperately it tries, and calls for a passive resistance to come into effect in the French-occupied territories of Saar and Ruhr. From that moment on, public servants together with the railwaymen do no longer follow the orders of the Allied administration. Reparations come to a halt. Workers and clerks of the coal mines and iron works join into the civil disobedience. France responds by proclaiming court-martial in violation of the laws of nations. With nearly all of the district's German population on strike, bloody confrontations follow. Railway